6 right now for Unbelievable. The dome shield play was fine, bought the time it needed to do, but that's pretty much it. That's telegraphed. It's going to come out. It's not very difficult to execute. What else can Unbelievable do without this big cooldown right now? Leading the charge on the net worth is going to be District 69. Shippa far and away on top of that. Record 2 coming out. So he's going to be able to shred through Bird's shielding, Theo's shielding on this Fernando as well. Jera notably picking up the deft hand, so he is going for a crowd control base build. When Maldamba reloads, he throws his snake, and if it connects, will stun whoever it hits. And so he can just continue to spam this. Shoot once, reload. Shoot once, reload. Just locking down Bird.
And that's what they want to do, but will they be given the opportunity? Elvin Path on the left-hand side is going to be forced back under the shell shield, because Bird is going to tear down through that with this Star Slayer rocket skin. Just going forward, focusing the turrets, and now he's going to move on to the objective. So Burrito will claim the first points in this engagement. That's going to put him on a little bit of a numbers disadvantage, potentially on the upper rafters here. Elvin Path goes down, so Bonker. The sub continuing to perform, taking down the much-needed tank in this engagement with 39% on the objective for Burrito so far.
You can see Unbelievable right here, just doesn't know what to do. He's going to run up, drop his shield, drop his turret, but this shield from Barrack is the weakest of all the frontliners. It will fall momentarily, and now he's just forced to get out. There's nothing he can do.
Unbelievable is 0-6, and is it going to be 0-6? A numbers disadvantage. 7, a nice ult. Will try to save the turret's life, but the man with the beard will go down back to base. And there's Birdo. He's going to join him as well. The King of the Skies falling to the Hunter's daughter. Jera trying to survive in that gore, but the long-range projectiles of Cassie will find you anywhere. Where it seems 99% on the objective for Burrito. Overtime ticking down, and it seems like EU #1 seed will go up 2-1 against D16.
So split up. Lazy, you can see now on a comfort pick on Eevee, largely regarded as one of the best in the world. Long-range elimination there from Bonker and Lazy. So effective at creating space for this payload to push immediately after the capture. Always with the 2v1s up on the high ground. You can see Bonker laying down long-distance ranged fire right now. No damage fall off for Cassie, so she's going to hit that 650 from anywhere on the battle.
Unbelievable is 0-7. His role is to support his teammates though. But he cannot do that if he is dead. He can't do any damage while he's dead as well. And so this is what D69 need to change in their roster. So far, Burrito making things happen, but Chifa's been the one on fire. 7 and 5, looking to continue this from the back. That arrow takes down the Goblin and the Mech. And so Ruckus goes back to base and forces Burrito Esports to stall out this push. 1 minute and 37 seconds on the clock. And they're going to look to regroup and focus this objective down on a different way.
Near flawless positioning from Shipa on this shot line, finding shot after shot with no contest. He remained healthy throughout that full team fight, and that does so much for a player's mentality. Right into the planet.
Wow.
Huge counter to Bird right now, able to shut him down and stay alive.
I'm not even sure he was answer, and they need to find an answer fast. Theo comes charging in on the Fernando. A nice storm from EV comes through. It's going to cripple everyone on D69. Theo takes down Jero. The accursed arm for Birdo. He's going to look to find one. He does. The stabilization is possible. He's got to hit this. A reversal. It hits the rock. It doesn't hit Ying, and Bird is still alive, and a minute keeps him alive. For a second, can unbelievable track down this Ruckus and get his first kill.
Barrick's not effective from long range though, so Bird able to survive for now. That's huge that he didn't fall lazy. He's gonna be able to maintain pressure on the backline, preventing District 69 from chasing that kill any forward, much less they don't really want to, as the natural design of the map indicates that they want to hold here at their base when the high ground is going to be favoring them.
They're looking to continue this, Nick. There's 16 seconds now. There is so little time and so much to do. Barrick, though, getting poked out by Eevee. Great shots by Lazy to put them on the back foot. A lot of healing will take place, but an impale from Sheep is going to force Eevee into the ice block. He's going to go on the offensive, though. He doesn't fling back. He goes towards Sheepa, and this is a beautiful play by Lazy. He's in the back line now. This could be a problem for D69. Looking for the long-range shot. That AoE damage could play so impactful in this fight. He's now on top of the healer, and he takes down Jera. Lazy continues. He almost falls off there, but he keeps himself alive. He's going to take down Sheepa with the help of Spunky, but he goes down. Perdo, the king of the skies, is the one who can save this for D69.
Perdo trying to turn up the heat on the backline right now. Doesn't want them to free fire into his team. Elven Path falling for them is able to free fire. Once it was Shipa, the next time it was Bonker, and they quickly shut that down. Whenever there's free fire, whenever there's no pressure on you, these guys are going to land their shots. You have to make them uncomfortable if you want them to miss.
You see their faces there. They're discussing. There's so many important decisions to be made in this fight. Where do you go? Last time we saw Unbelievable take the high ground as Barrick. It didn't work out for him. And if he's got that master riding, which he does, he's going to look to get onto the point, I would assume, this time, unless his team makes a call for him to go otherwise. It seems like they are grouping up on the right-hand side again, looking to secure this upper ledge from which to fight from. And Teal taking a lot of damage. That shield melted. Oh, boy. Wrecker's coming through hard now late game. It's Eevee. It's Sheepa. They're going back and forth against each other. Lazy's got the blink. I know that he wants it again. He might come through. There it is. Lazy gets the kill onto Sheep.
Getting out as well, and Bonker able to find a follow-up as Lazy is commanding so much attention on the front line.
Theo takes the opportunity to go and help his back line, but it leaves Lazy exposed, and Elfpath gets the hook and Immortal. It's not going to save everyone, especially not going to kill anyone. It's going to keep his teammates alive for just a moment. But will that moment be long enough? Bonker does play Elven Path. Within that time, Immortal was active, but Unbelievable is back here. The double tank's not being enough sustain.
OT kapan lagi nih? Kalau misalkan ada mau OT bisa, cuma ini gue lagi spar dulu.
So long, and with overtime ticking away, Nick, 99% again. Only Elven Path can contest here.
Forced in a rough spot as well. He's looking like he's going to be cleaned up. Overtime ticking down. District 69 is forced to trickle as Burrito looks to close out their third capture of the game. And right now, District 69 showing they can hold on defense every time, but you can't win off the defense. You have to show some ability to capture payloads to win.
I'm not a fan of taking the upper ledge like that. I think Unbelievable needs to go straight to the objective. That's what Barrick is for. That's why you get Master Riding. You go to the objective, you lay down your turrets first, you make two things to shoot at for the opponent, and that is where you cause problems. You throw your shield, you buy some time, and you just sit at home. He is the stay-at-home dad of Paladins, and he needs to do that role a little bit better. 2 and 10 so far on the stat line, but here it is, Bonker going in with a 10 streak, casting see Dodge rolling away, and Burrito are a minute and 55 seconds in, Nick, and 60% pushing this payload.
Doing a great job keeping all of District 69 staggered right now. Lazy continuing to find picks in the back line. Keeping them on the back foot is going to be so important. Elven Path goes down as well. Burrito rounding the final corner here. Perdo is extremely weak, but does have the reversal available.
Uh-oh, Perdo is in trouble here. He needs to stay alive. He's got Lazy fighting him. Lazy takes down Perdo. Nick, this could be the end of the game. Lazy, he needs to zone here, and he's doing a great job of it. They're so close, only 5% away. The Ice Storm comes out. Burrito Esports claim game number 3 and make this a 2-1 set. They're not going down without a fight.
You can see the size of release. Lazy shaking his hands. This guy plays on a high sensitivity, very twitchy. It's good to just shake it out, get the nerves out. You guys did it. You took your first game. Now let's get back to the Burrito we're so used to seeing and start taking some games.
You sound like their coach, man. I feel like all that bonding going down is helping you to
just trying to get us to game 7, baby. Let's go.
We have a great show that we've been putting on so far. These two teams from Europe, both are just so fantastic, not only in their play styles, but in the history between them. The LAN upsets by D69 so far looking that way here, but Burrito stake their claim. They say, no. We're going to win a game against you. This is the first game Burrito have ever won against D69 on LAN, and they're changing the atmosphere here. You could see that there's a little bit of a sigh of relief. There's a little bit of momentum now being built for the boys on Burrito. And before we get into the final game potentially here, not potentially, but the final game after this, we have a little bit of a reveal we're going to be doing for a new skin coming up, Nick.
That's right. We saw some great Ying play from Spunky in that last game here. We'll see a new skin that he's going to be able to rock in the realm.
Ah, feels good to stretch my legs again. My power is at your disposal, Master. There is no turning back. My power grows! Shatter! Break! Splendid! Unrivaled cosmic power!
Welcome back, everybody, to the High Res Expo 2017. We're back here over at the analyst desk, guys, and you know, we had 3 great games so far. District 69 coming out strong in games 1 and 2. But I do have to say, looking at game 1, the trend throughout this whole thing, fellas, has been Ruckus.
Oh my goodness, Ruckus has been huge, and the big thing about it is both teams prefer them, but Unbelievable is undefeated on playing Ruckus. That's unheard of.
It absolutely is insane. The substitute coming in, adopting a completely different role. I mean, they played a lot of Fernando before. We didn't see them on Ruckus much during online play. Of course, Ruckus only really coming to the forefront of the LAN meta very recently, but now is really running away with this pick.
Yeah, so, the other big thing too is the Eevee, which is strange. We saw Lazy playing Eevee throughout the quarters and the semis, and not playing Eevee until just that last match, which was really interesting, Golden Boy.
You know, when I look at the scoreline, what this shows me here, kind of what our casters were saying, you know, over on the balcony there, was that Burrito really needed to get their bearings together, right? You look at that first one, District 69 comes out strong. That game ended really quick, 4-0, boom, done. Then District 69 had a bit more of a challenge in front of them, 4-3 on that scoreline there. And now Burrito, a top team coming back into top form, not to count out District 69 quite yet, because I do feel like the Ruckus pick played a big role for Burrito in that victory.
And it's been a big pick for a lot of teams throughout the entire tournament. The other thing as far as big picks is that really I have my eyes on Thiel right now, who's been playing Makoa throughout this tournament. He's played him in 8 of their 9 matches. He's only lost 2, and he really kind of choked in map 2. To be completely honest, in that last one, he was off by himself a lot, and that's something we don't see from Burrito, who's usually so comprised.
No, whilst Thiel does like to play that flanker style of Makoa, they get into the backline, he's not one for missing a lot of dredge anchors. That setup potential is so important, and to see Thiel just really drop the ball there led Burrito to fall again in, as you said, maps 1 and 2. Back on Fernando now, augmenting the Ruckus, providing a shield, which we saw during one of the objective captures to keep a Ruckus alive at such low HP. He feels like he's a little bit more comfortable there against the wildcard of District 69, which has come in with unmatched aggression.
And a lot of that aggression comes from, again, the combination of these certain players on the roster and their key picks. Perdo and Androxus is incredible. He's won 7 out of the 8 matches he's played on. The same thing with Elven Path in the front line, and of course, Unbelievable on his Ruckus. But the other interesting thing is we've seen Barrick now 3 times, and Barrick is 0-3. which is interesting.
You know, maybe try and dial Barrick back. Perhaps it's, you know, get him out of the equation there. One thing I do want to discuss in game 2 that I found to be particularly interesting for District 69, we saw a lot of direct damage for Burrito, right? You know, they have the Cassie, they have the Shaolin, they had, the Cassie and the Shaolin most notably with the just heavy damage that they were pushing forward there. District 69's response at the end there was to pick up Pip. That was their response. And at first it didn't look like it was working out too hot. They struggled a bit more because they didn't have that damage output that you would typically see, especially with Burrito's composition.
Right.
Why go with the Pip there? Why not just go ahead and pick up somebody else that could put out a little bit more damage?
I think when you look
like
at
a Victor.
Yeah, that was the interesting pick from game 1. And I think when you look at what the overall last pick is, you have some options. You know, they could have, we heard Rain Day and Prettier talking about would it possibly be a Victor, but the Pip is interesting because that explosive flask that does that big area of slow, plus of course the Evil Mojo, that big polymorph ultimate, it can control space so well. And when you're dealing with characters that thrive off finding individual duels like Cassie and Shaolin, and even Ying with the Dimensional Link, if they're not able to get that movement, I think it really cripples them a lot, and in one-on-one situations in particular.
And especially on a map like Jaguar Falls, for the second map that came up, it's such a limited area of space, especially fighting around the objective capture. You're often fighting in tunnels and corridors, so Explosive Flask hits everybody if you hit a big group. I do also want to call out the Evil Mojo for Pip, the ultimate which we saw come into play several times, and I feel like Pip was a safer pick right there against Burrito's team composition that only had one frontliner. I'm going to throw this back to one of the group stages matches where we saw Resilience, an item come out which reduces the duration of crowd control, completely countering out Pip's Evil Mojo back in that phase. And picking that into a double frontliner was a risky Pip. It backfired on District 69, but against one frontliner and 4, very squishy champions, it was a far cry away from that.
Yeah, and the other thing on top of that is the fact that for District 69, they like to favor characters like Ruckus and Androxus, which gets countered out by Haven. Pip has that blast damage, that area damage, so he can bring a lot of damage to the table too, and I think that's really what Diz 69 was looking for with that final pick.
All right, guys, well, it's time to go into our next game. Game number 4 between Burrito and District 9, and right away, Burrito is going to secure themselves that Makoa pick. Fernando going for D69.
Yeah, the Makoa is, again, Thiel's big favorite. You see him on screen. He's feeling confident. He's rocking. They're really getting their mojo put back together. But again, this Fernando Ruckus combination has been so devastating.
And like clockwork, we see Burrito locking in Shaolin and Eevee. And I love this combination together in combination with Makoa as well. Dredge Anchor interplanted is set up, and kill potential works very well against Androxus, which District 69 again pick up for Purdo.
Yeah, and again, I'm interested to see what happens with this Eevee pick for Burrito, simply because now Lazy and Bird has really come to life on this Eevee as well. And Eevee's going to go well here. She's got a lot of nice targets to hit at. Ruckus is rather stationary. Cassie has the opportunity. The Pip is the interesting pick here, though.
It's double support for Burrito. Maldamba and Pip locked in. 2 huge team fight ultimates available, but this just screams to me resilience. Yeah. And I think we're going to see a recurrence of that again.
They're looking to keep that sustain, right? Stay alive as much as they possibly can there, because Ruckus is going to output so much damage. Guys, you got a prediction here real quick. Who you have?
Honestly, I have to give this one to Burrito because of the map and the Pip.
I'm going to completely disagree. I do give it to District 69. I think that itemization is going to be crucial, and if District 69 can last until late game, they're going to come out swinging.
All right, guys. Well, let's go ahead, jump right into game number 4. Burrito, District 69, Paladins on the main stage. Casters, over to you.
What a draft we've seen there. I'm actually with Vox here. I actually think D69, if they itemize correctly, I do think we could see Resilience prioritized here. I'm not sure how Europe is feeling about it, but that item that could allow you to get out of Pip's ultimate base earlier allow.
I stand with Alan on this one. I think that Elven Paths and District 69's hard-headedness might prevent them from picking up those resilience. You can see not electing to go into those defensive items just yet, so we'll have to see who gets the right call on that one.
And we're starting game 4 here at the Paladins Invitational. It's 2-1. D69 leading against Burrito. Burrito trying to make a big comeback play here with Ice Mines in particular. This map is a beast of its own, and the players know this, and they're going to have to play in a very specific way with these tight corridors and these long lanes to push down. 15% so far on the objective for D69. Lazy looking at poke here, gets poked out himself. Birdo slays Lazy early on, and now he does not see Bird, but now he's got him in his sights, and Bonker slays Birdo. The double team working to finish off, but D69 all the while 57% and counting on the objective.
Burrito are back against the corner here. Gonna need to find a pick one way or the other. They have nowhere to go. Pincered out by District 69. Shippa credited with both of those kills. Elven Path cleaning up the last one. Spunky, no one from Burrito is going to be able to make it back in time. A lot of poke damage coming out from Lazy, but this first payload is going to go the way of District 69.
D69 win this game without ultimates, guaranteed. But now when they fight next at the objective point, with the ultimates, the Evil Mojo in particular, that is going to be what seals the deal. Of course, you don't see those resiliences picked up now, but they knew the ultimates wouldn't be online, Nick, for the first round, so they grabbed the Cauterize instead, and that comes to play in their favor. 2 minutes and 6 seconds on the clock, and D69 is pushing this down Ice Mines, which is very, very hard to do.
Unbelievable. Back on his signature ruckus that he's so comfortable with. Spunky going down as well. Unbelievable. Credit with that killed on the high ground. Perdo losing the duel, missing a couple of key shots, and Bird able to clean him up.
Birdo falling a little bit behind in the duel, but Pip, of course, such a good duelist. He has the sustain from Healing Potion. He's got the slow from Explosive Flash, and of course he's got 600 per potion that he's throwing on you, and that is not going to last. About a 800, 2,000 health Androx is very long, and so of course the push continues despite a little bit of a stall here by Burrito, doing a good job on this Pip.
Long range burst damage. Impaler arrow came out, and Bird was able to clean up Shippa as well. Ice Storm is ready to go at a moment's notice for Lazy right now. Poking out unbelievable lower and lower, forced into the ice block. Could go down here, but Source just barely onto the high ground.
Nice job, too, to force Lazy into the ice block early. Bird will take down Elven Path. He's been so close, using that damage over time that Fernando has with his Flame Lance to take Lazy down. Of course, if he just touches him with that, and Lazy is under 100 health, that dot will kill him. So he needs to make sure that he ice blocks with at least 100 health or less. Otherwise, Fernando could seal the deal, even if he's able to blink away.
Taking favorable positioning all on the high ground right now. Burrito having the chance to feel out. D69, a big reversal, won't get the kill on the field. Bonker able to find the time shot perfectly and take Perdo down. Elven Path looking to mix things up and break up this backline from Burrito.
Bird needs to be dealt with here. He's going to go for the 1v1 again, but Unbelievable is going to force him away. Here's the ultimate. Can D69 bait it enough? They may just here. Bird is in a lot of trouble. He goes down next to Shippa. And Unbelievable on the upper ledges. Now Lazy forced back. Look at this. 4 health. Lazy stays alive, but goes down eventually. Bonker takes down Elven Path, but Shippa is on our rampage here. 4 streak, 2 pushing this.
Get that as charged as possible for the next round coming.
Overtime ticking away now, Nick. It's all up to this. They've got to make this push, and they cannot step away from the payload. This could mean so much. A 2-0 on Ice Mines is almost certain defeat for Burrito, unless they could do the same, which is a very tall task. Ultimates come out now, and they are forcing a lot. There's the Evil Mojo. They forced it in this fight. This is a win already for D69. They're trying to find Lazy. Birdo in the air with the accursed arm. Double kill for Birdo. He's going to find one. Holy moly. D69 push it in 2-0 on Ice Mines.
So much room now created. They have plenty of time, plenty of margin for error. They have everything in their court. D69 looking so confident there, winning in terms of value between ultimates as well.
And they use the Evil Mojo. I mean, this is unbelievable. They don't have that anymore. That's one of the reasons you pick Pip for this objective capture, and they don't have that go-to trump card.
So huge ultimate still on the board for D69. Immortal from Fernando. And Scout as well. Illusory Rift from Jera. They're just leading in terms of raw ultimates 3-2. Heat Haze and Ancient Rage, all that Burrito are going to be bringing to the table in this fight. But unbelievable going into the blast shields. Won't be going for that resilience like we thought. So the Evil Mojo still going to be fully effective against this Ruckus.
They feel like they don't need it. Bird has not been effective with the Evil Mojo. He's been a great duelist, but not in these point fights, and they know he doesn't have it again, so they're halfway through the game. No need to itemize into it now. But frontliner for Burrito, and unbelievable follow suit, taking down Spunky.
Bonka finds one kill on a Shippa, has the Impaler arrow queued up, looking for Perdo as he comes around the corner, finds the stun, but the body block and the shield from Fernando is going to hold this down. District 6 just looking invaluable with this double frontliner climbing north of 60%.
60% on the point. There's the Night Storm. Comes out from Lazy. He's looking to make sure Perdo is caught in it, but he's not. The Nether Steps are real, and now Bird versus Perdo. Who's going to win this one? A nice healing potion will immune the damage, essentially, from the reversal. For D69, but will it all crumble here?
Finally going their way. This team fight being taken by Burrito. 66 and climbing on the capture point. As long as the zone is there, Burrito will capture this payload, but they have a